Hey everybody, Ryer Appeldoorn here. Welcome back to the Turtle Room. Okay, cool guys. Well, I'm sorry I haven't made a video in a long time. It was, final few weeks of school and all that stuff. You just get busy and things fall by the wayside. But we're working harder to get a little, more on schedule when it comes to making these videos. Basically, things that have updated since my last video. I'm back in Michigan again, back here at home for 3 months. Normally, I work at a scout camp in the summertime, but this year it's not going to happen. Things got too political, and just couldn't make it work. Too bad. I've been working there for like 10 years, something like that, and finally calling it quits. But you know what? Whatever. We move on. I also am on the lookout for a job. I thought I was being clever, and I brought some models over to a local hobby shop here, and I put them on display. And I was like, oh, well, just in case you're hiring, here's my application. Look how good of a model maker I am. It didn't work. They're not actually hiring, but, a guy can try. It's just a bummer, since it's the only local hobby shop in town. Anyway, as of right now, I'll be making boxes for like 8 hours a day. Anyway, an update on my projects. So, a lot of stuff did make a lot of progress in the last couple of weeks because we had all kinds of other things we had to work on. But I'd like to update you guys on some things that have been moving forward. First, some of the community builds. For Chevy Truck Month, which I'm woefully behind on, we've got like second to last coat of paint on this thing. It's coming together real fun. Hopefully by the end of next week, I hope to have all the paint finished and the engine wired up, all the plumbing done, have it finished. And we got to darken down the paint a bit, put all of our signs and license plates on it, do all that fun stuff. But you know what? It's still a heck of a fun build. A lot of body modification went into making this thing work, and we're still having a great time building it. So this one is coming along. Our other community build that we're working on is Dr. Cranky's calendar build, which we have until the end of the month, I believe, to finish. And this one is interesting. I, said I wanted to build a beastie for that, and I think I am doing that. So here's what I got so far. It's a 37 Ford pickup, and it is a gnarly thing. I've got these hands that I have made. Those will, of course, get furry and everything like that. Furry and sinew and stuff like all that good stuff. We've done some slight body modifications, normal beastie stuff, but we've also chopped the hood off, and then we put a posable tail on the back here. There's a rib cage that'll be going in to protect the engine with all of its little working parts and bits and things like that. And then, of course, we'll have eyes, and then the hands will be mounted, as well as the rest of all of the fun little details. This is going to be a fun little beastie for sure. So that is our Cranky calendar update. We'll probably do one more update on that, and then wait on the final reveal until whenever he would prefer us show those off. A couple months ago, I picked up a Ferrari Enzo kit. I've built a Ferrari Enzo as a beastie before. This guy right here, and I wanted to go kind of the same post-apocalyptic, washed-out deal, but we're gonna make it stock, not a beastie. So far I've got this body painted up, and then we've started work on the engine compartment, everything like that. This is going to be a very, very colorful car, which fine with me. That's my thing. And then the one that I'm most excited about, we started this one night, and with no intention of finishing it by the end of the year, but we ended up making end of the school year. We ended up making so much progress in one night, or I ended up making so much progress because it was so exciting. I just got carried away. I mentioned earlier that I was building a 1949 Mercury from AMT, one of my all-time favorite kits, possibly my all-time favorite kit. And I attached all of my Greeblies. Well, not all of them, but I dug through my box and dug out pretty much everything, and I wanted to build a tribute to the Time Machine from Back to the Future. And this is what we came out with. It's coming along very well. I'm very happy with the weathering, the metallizing. Been using a thing called Rub and Buff, which just does an excellent job at making things look like rusty old metal. There are parts in here from pretty much everything, including the DeLorean from Back to the Future, but there are also parts from the SR-71 Blackbird, as well as basically every other build that I've ever done ever. There is at least one part from those builds in here somewhere, I guarantee it. Next step for this thing, for the body, is just going up, touching up the last of the paint, throwing some rust on it here and there, and then wiring up. There's going to be wires all over this thing. And then, of course, we have to finish the hover plates in the bottom. The story behind this one is that it's a hover car, and then we have to finish the interior as well. But this is very exciting. We also had a little bit of time left on the laser cutter, so we laser cut some pieces of acrylic to make ourselves a cool little base, which will allow the amazing flying Merc to actually fly. Pretty crafty, huh? Anyway, that's it for now, guys. That's all we're working on. I'm getting a phone call, so I better go get that, and can't wait to hear your guys' comments about these builds, and I'll talk to you later.